Hey there, Unsolved Mysteries fans. Wayward Legacy back at you with another video. Like I said, I was going to do one. So, this case is the case of Calico. Now, I normally, I would read stuff through Unsolved Mysteries, and I would have actually had this video out for you a lot, like probably right after the last one, but, I remembered a couple different things from when I saw the Unsolved Mysteries segment of it. And I was trying to go through like different segments and stuff trying to find the case, but I couldn't find it. So what I ended up doing was I ended up just kind of searching the web and making some notes of things that aren't in the Unsolved Mysteries wiki article. In future cases now I think I'm going to do that. It takes a lot more time to do it, but there's a lot more there's a lot more things that are around around in different in the episodes and around the web and stuff that aren't in the case files. So I just kind of wanted to do that. So that's kind of why this video is coming a bit later than the last one. So basically, here we go. Alright, so 19-year-old Tara Calico left her home at 9:30 a.m. in Belen, Mexico, I believe is what it's called, on the morning of September 20th, 1988, to go on her normal 34-mile bike ride. She was last seen riding her neon pink Huffy bicycle with yellow control cables and sidewalls on her usual route along Highway 47 when she vanished with a suspicious vehicle following her. Tara's bicycle was never recovered, and she has never been found. Her Sony Walkman was found by her mother Patty the next day, and although there were several sightings of Tara reported in southern United States in 1988 and 1989, none of these sightings could be confirmed, and her case remains unsolved. On June 15th, 1989, a Polaroid photo showing two bound and gagged teenagers was found in Port St. Joe, Florida. The photo was found near a convenience store where a white Toyota cargo van had been parked. The girl in the photo was believed to be Tara, while the boy in the photo with her was believed to be another missing New Mexico youth named Michael Henley. So, there's no known suspects, and I'm trying to get down in the article here to give you the results, but this is being my web page is being done, my web browser is being done, it wouldn't let me scroll down, so I gotta reopen the page again here. So yeah, little Unsolved Mysteries video playing in the background there. Yeah, this was always an interesting case to me, just because of how it went down and everything. And now with some of the stuff that I've written down and found, it gets more interesting to me. And before I kind of announce it, I really don't have a theory on this case. For me, it could go either way of what I'm going to tell you when I get to my notes. But it's always been an interesting case for sure to me, and it's one I've been wanting to do for a while. I just haven't got to it till now. So I'm getting the article back up here now, and I'll get right into the results of the case in 1 second here. Here we go. Okay, so the results. Obviously, it's still unresolved because Tara hadn't been found. It was later proven that the boy in the photo was not Michael Henley. Authorities believe Henley was not the victim of kidnapping or foul play, but instead died of prolonged exposure to the wilderness after getting lost in the forest on a camping trip with his father. His remains were found in 1990, just a few miles from the campsite in New Mexico where he was last seen. His disappearance is no longer considered connected to Tara's. Tara's family moved to Florida in 2003. Tara's mother Patty died in 2006, and her biological dad died in 2002. But her stepfather John Dole is still alive and hopes that she will be found. Two other photographs believed to be Tara have surfaced in the years since her disappearance. However, the last photograph showing a woman with bandages on her face on an Amtrak train with a man sitting next to her is believed to be a prank. Investigators no longer believe that Tara was the girl in the photograph and have received leads that suggest she was killed in a tragic hit-and-run accident on the day she was vanished. Her body has never been found, and those responsible have never been arrested. So it kind of that sucks that her mother passed away and her dad did too. But I guess one thing that's good is her stepfather is still active in the case, trying to find an answer. So I really hope that he finds an answer someday for it, and eventually this case can be solved. So now I'm going to get into the notes that I had written down here. So this is just a couple of things I've already talked about, but there's more to it. So okay, so the first thing was her mother Patty used to ride with Tara, but had stopped because she felt that she was being stalked by a motorist. She advised Tara to carry a mace, but Tara refused. So that's interesting to me. So that could lead to a theory, like if Tara was abducted, that possibly whoever was stalking Patty when they were riding together probably noticed one day that Patty wasn't with Tara on the day that Tara was riding, and maybe Tara was abducted by this person to get back at Patty for whatever reason. That's just one theory I got. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into the next thing here. So Patty went looking for Tara on her usual route. Pieces of Tara's Walkman and a case and a cassette tape were found on the route. Patty believed that Tara may have dropped them in an attempt to mark her trail, which is possible, which could lead to the kidnapping theory as well. If she was kidnapped, possibly, it doesn't explain where the bike would be, but possibly she dropped those items in an attempt to leave a trail. So okay, so in the Polaroid photo that was found in the parking lot, a paperback cover of V.C. Andrews' My Sweet Adrena can be seen next to the woman. That can be seen next to the woman in the photo. It was Tara's favorite book, according to her mother, so that's interesting. Okay, now there's another note here. 20 years after her disappearance, Rene Rivera, sheriff of Valencia County, claimed that he knew what happened to Tara. Apparently, boys who knew her drove up behind her in a truck, and some sort of accident followed, and then she passed away because of the injury suffered. He thinks those responsible covered up the crime, and hid the body in the bike and stuff like that. He said he has the names, but without a body he could not make a case. No evidence was released, which gave him this conclusion. Tara's stepfather, John, disputed these claims, saying that the sheriff shouldn't have made the comments if he wasn't willing to arrest anyone, and said that strong circumstantial evidence should be enough for a conviction. Also in October 2013, a 6-person task force was established to reinvestigate the case. So this is pretty interesting. It could go either way for me. Like in different, it could go like there's a few different theories. It could go. I don't believe that Tara was the woman in the photo. I used to think that, but you look closely at her and she doesn't really resemble Tara that well. I know her mother believed it, but I don't know. It's I don't think it was her, but you never know. It could have been. It very well could have been her. But to me, it didn't look like her. But so that's interesting. I could believe the car accident theory that the sheriff is talking about, because that would explain like where the bike, what happened to the bike and all that. They could have tried to save her or something, but got scared. But she Tara, like I said, and like the sheriff said, like the sheriff believed that Tara could have passed away from the injury suffered at the accident, and then the guys panicked, and they hid the body somewhere, and they hit her bike as well. So that would explain where the bike went. But yeah, for me, this case is hard to like actually come up with like a theory on it, like of what happened, because it could have went two different it could have went two different ways. I don't, like I said, I don't believe Tara is the girl in the photo. And apparently there's more photos on the net out there. I haven't seen them, but I'm sure if you do like a Google search or you look in Reddit or something, I'm sure you can probably find where they are if you want to check them out. And her stepfather is still alive, John Dole. So I really hope that that someday this case gets solved, and he can, he doesn't have to relive the anniversary each year, because it's like what, 28th now. So the anniversary I think would have been, well, yeah, September 20th is when she disappeared, right? So yeah, it's been 29 years since her disappearance. So I don't know how close they were. I would imagine they were pretty close, because he's actively in the case, obviously trying to look for an answer. So I would assume they were pretty close. So he's got to live through it each year, and not knowing what happened has got to tear people up inside. So yeah, for his sake, and for her parents who have now passed on now, I really hope that someday that this case gets solved, and it can, wherever her body is, she can finally be laid to rest. So yeah, yeah, like I said, this case, it can go, it could have went either one of those ways. That's just my thoughts on it. If you want to comment your thoughts and theories on it, let me know. In the comment section, let me know your thoughts and theories on it. I'd like to hear that, because this it's one of those interesting cases, man, where it has a couple different theories, and it could have really went either way. So yeah, if you like this video, give a like, subscribe, comment, as I said before. I'll comment back to you. I'll subscribe back to you if you've subscribed to me. As usual, my Twitter link will be in the description. If you want to discuss the cases there, or anything like that, you can get me there too. I'm not always on that account, but sometimes I am. So sometimes you can get me there as well. Also, as usual, you can, if you want to add me on PlayStation, my PSN will be in the description as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. That's really all I gotta say. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Wayward out.